Good morning, cyber friend. This is Mitty Man coming back at you again from Walker's Music. Yet another word for the day. Sunday morning early edition. About 8:06 this morning, people. Mitty Man is ready to go out to the house of prayer to do his duties as a Levite once again. And giving everybody glory and the honor this morning, I should say. Not glory. All the glory belongs to God. But giving you honor. The YouTube found every one of you, from Papa JT, little brother, Orange Flavor, Mama JT, also to the End Time Harvest Gang, Brother LA, his wife Peggy, also to our favorite internet pastor Michael G. McCray, as well as Pastor Johnny McCray, his wife, Evangelist Janet McCray. We give y'all honor this morning. To the YouTube family, the Blog Talk family, every one of you, from Lady D and Brother JT, Sister Maria, all right, and Sister Dee Dee. Also, we want to make mention of our sister Michelle. We haven't forgotten Michelle. And we just want to say we give y'all honor this morning. Brother K-Ray and Chiron, haven't seen you in a while. Brother Chiron, we hope everything's all right with you. Also to our brother Marquise, in other words, we give y'all honor this morning. Thanking God for you. Mitty Man just coming back this morning. I've often heard people make the quote from the Bible. Actually, it's really a quote from the book of Numbers. They said, "Be for certain your sin will find you out." Just verbatim, that's just throwing it in there. Not verbatim, in other words, but that's just a paraphrase of the whole entire Numbers 32 and 23, I believe it is. That's where that is found. They said, "Be for certain that your sin, be for sure that your sin will find you out." And a lot of people have taken that to mean some of it out of content, but we're not worried about that. As long as we can get, if we can get the true meaning of scripture and everything and apply them to our lives, that is the only thing that really matters. And I want to try to let everyone know I want to give credit to Pastor Jack Hiles for the inspiration for this here morning, because I was thinking about some things last night when I did a video earlier this morning, around about a little after 1 this morning. But I after a series of events of things, I also I was watching this here program that I watch on late Saturday night, early Sunday morning, I should say. It's about these guys. They be in a recording studio and they be doing different singing. And this guy was giving a testimony about how he prayed for his father-in-law to be saved for something like 14 years of prayer. He prayed and it looked like nothing would happen. But at any rate, when I was, like I said, I was inspired by a sermon I saw of Pastor Jack Hiles, and I always like to give credit to the people. I like to give the credit to the author of things and the one who came up with it, and don't take these things as my own. But the inspiration, I let everybody know where the inspiration come from, and the quotes. And I wanted to say, if you go to the book of Numbers, and if you're a Bible scholar, and you study the Bible, you notice that the tribe of Reuben and the tribe of Gad, right at the Jordan, on the east side of Jordan, the land was very fertile over there. And the Reubenites and the Gadites, they had a whole lot of cattle and things. They loved that fertile land and that fertile country for the sake of they had cattle, and they wanted to remain on the east side of Jordan. They didn't want to go to the west side, so they came to Moses and they made an inquiry. They inquired of this and told them that was what they wanted to do, and God would not let that happen because they had to go and fight the battle of Jericho. So what they did come out doing, Moses realizing that God had commanded them to drive out the enemy, and he refused to grant them that permission for them to stay over there. But what they ended up doing, they made an agreement. They resolved it by doing this. They said, okay, you can build sheepfolds and cities for your cattle and your women and your children, but you men must go over Jordan and fight the battle, and then after the battle is over, then you can come back and join your families again. And this is what they done, and they agreed to do that. And then what Moses was saying in the book of Numbers, and now be for certain that your sin will find you out. In other words, if they did not refuse to go over that Jordan, they wouldn't fool nobody because their sin would find them out. That is exactly what that where we get this here statement from. Now, if you notice, in our churches today in America, we got a bunch of those loafers. In other words, this is what Pastor Howell was talking about. We got a bunch of the loafers in America today. They got these here folk fellas. We got Gadites and Reubenites in our churches. Excuse me. We got Reubenites and Gadites in our church today. They want to send the rest of the people over to Jordan to fight the battle, but they want to remain in the fertile country, in the safe zone. You know, I got old flying here. I hate flying. But they want to stay and let the other people fight, and then they enjoy the fruit. We got a lot of loafers like that every Sunday. If you go in our church, we got loafers that we are tired of fighting. Let us relieve our victory. We are tired. We're tired. But how can you be tired and you're not doing anything? You got others that are working the field all over. And then you got those that want to, they got their brethren that's fighting the battle of Jericho, but they want to sit in the comfort zone on their pews on a Sunday. They want conferences, and they want bake sales, and they want the Sunday school, all the committees. They want everybody to do all the work, but yet and still they would not lend a hand. They said, "Feed me, Pastor. Feed me, Pastor. Feed what?" But the people that's in the battle is the one need feeding. You're sitting in the comfort zone. Where are your battle stars? In other words, this is a very, very good thing today that we need to take a look at that. How did the Reubenites and the Gadites had to go fight the battle, and then when they shared in the battle, then they could come back and enjoy their land. That's what we need to do. We need to take a look at this in our churches today. We got a lot of people saying we are being crucified. We were crucified with Christ, and we identify with Christ. But how can we identify with Christ when we don't have no scars in our hand? We don't have no scars. We don't have no wound on our side, none on our feet, none on our hair, eyebrow. How can we say we identify with Christ? Now, you got to have some battle scars, people. We got to stop sitting in the land of la and thinking everything gonna be all right. This journey called for this kingdom of heaven suffer violence, and the violent take it by force. So we must remember this here. Be for certain that your sin will find you out. That's just not something that you just say to people just because you want to know their business. And thinking that every little bit of thing they do, that's what they were talking about being uncovered. Even though I must say that probably is part of it too, because the Bible tells you shall reap what you sow. And Jesus said himself, there's nothing that's hidden that shall not be revealed. So I can agree with that. But that statement, be for certain your sin will find you out, that came up in the book of Numbers when these Reubenites and Gadites, they wanted to stay on the other side, the east side of Jordan, and not go over. But we noticed that those they were very violent. They were the valiant men. They did what they said they were going to do. They went over, they fought, and they did what they were supposed to do, and they came back. So they wasn't trying to get out of anything, but I sure wouldn't probably say that about some of us over here today. You got some slowful folk. They want to benefit from the work of others, and that's not right. The people that get in the battle scar are the ones that deserve the prize and the loot and the booty. In other words, that's what they call it, the booty, whatever they got from battle. So the one that fight the battle is the one that should enjoy the corn and the wine. But you got these spiritual fat cats want to sit in the church. They always talking about the church is dead, but they don't go out and try to win no soul to the church, to bring them into the fold, to baptize. They ain't got nothing to put in the baptism because you ain't out there doing what you supposed to do. But sit back criticizing other folk that are trying to do the best they can. So that's what I wanted to say today, people, this morning before I go on out here and go get my battle scar. That remember, be for certain that your sin will find you out. And remember that for the content that was said, it was because of the Reubenites and the Gadites. They wanted to stay on the east side of Jordan because the land was fertile. But they did have to agree to go into battle, and then they could come back. So let us make that agreement with ourselves today. Lord, I'm going to battle. I want to enjoy the promised land, but I know I got to battle. I want my land. I want to stay here in my comfort zone, and in my land is fertile over here. But I don't mind going to battle to do and to fight for what I want, for what is rightfully mine, and whatever you have given me. Let us take that mindset. This is Mitty Man saying whatever you get into, if God is not in it, it's best that you come out of it. This is Mitty Man saying peace. Goodbye.